Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're looking up, like way up. We are talking about transforming the endless expanses of urban concrete into thriving, living ecosystems. Whether you're a massive architecture buff or an engineering student, get ready to see our city skylines completely reimagined. Oh, and you'll definitely want to stick around because a bit later, we're going to see all of this proven in a really brilliant complete cinematic experimental video on a green roof demonstration model presented by Dr. Ken.
But first, just look out the window of literally any high-rise building. And what do you see? It's usually a gray sea of flat, barren rooftops. We're talking millions of square feet of totally dead space. But what if we completely flip the script? What if those exact rooftops are actually a massive, completely untapped solution to some of our most pressing urban problems? Well, today we are going to explore exactly how we engineer that amazing transformation.
The absolute core of the problem here is the urban heat island effect. When you track the daytime temperature difference between urban areas and vegetated land, there is an unmistakable trend. Basically, as our cities get paved over with impervious surfaces, concrete, asphalt, conventional roofing, local temperatures drastically spike. Our cities are, they're essentially baking themselves. So, to combat this, architects and engineers are turning to a truly fascinating solution, the green roof. Now, also known as a living roof or an eco roof, this isn't just throwing a few potted plants out on your balcony. It's a highly engineered, fully contained vegetated space built directly on top of a man-made structure. It's literally bringing nature back into the structural footprint of the city. And the physical transformation? It is just staggering. One day, you've got raw, engineered growing media being applied over these sweeping structural curves, and the next, you have a breathtaking, lush ecosystem that is seamlessly integrated into the architecture itself. It completely redefines the entire visual identity of a building. Now, from an engineering standpoint, green roofs generally fall into two main categories. First, you have extensive roofs. These are kind of like lightweight living carpets. They have a shallow growing medium and are designed for super low maintenance. On the flip side, you've got intensive roofs. These are the heavyweights. With their deep soil layers, they can literally support full-scale rooftop parks and even urban agriculture. Imagine growing your own vegetables 10 stories above the street. But hold on, how do you actually pull this off without, instantly flooding the entire building underneath? It's a fair question. To understand that, we need to zoom all the way in from the macro architecture down to the microscopic, high-tech engineering layers that make these living structures possible in the first place. Starting right from the structural deck and building up, it is all about defense. At the very bottom is a high-quality waterproof membrane. And this is absolutely non-negotiable. Intentionally holding thousands of pounds of wet soil directly above the building's interior is a massive engineering risk, making this bottom layer the true unsung hero of the whole design. So, a successful green roof relies on 6 main components working together in perfect harmony. You start with that crucial waterproofing, which is followed immediately by a root barrier, because honestly, plant roots are relentlessly strong and they will actively try to punch right through the roof. After that comes a drainage layer to manage heavy rain, a filter fleece to keep the soil from clogging up the system, the lightweight engineered growing media, and finally, the vegetation itself. Take the drainage core, for example. It is a total structural marvel. It's designed to hold that lightweight medium perfectly in place, acting as an anti-slippage element. And thanks to advanced components just like this, green roofs aren't even limited to flat surfaces anymore. They can actually be engineered on sweeping architectural slopes up to a crazy 53 degrees, all while acting as a giant sponge to manage water. Okay, so we've decoded the anatomy, right? But the million-dollar question is the real-world return on this engineering investment. Why go through all this trouble? To answer that, we have to look at the massive environmental benefits, and we're circling right back to that urban heat island effect we started with. These layered systems, they're doing double duty. They act as both a thermal blanket and a giant hydrologic sponge for the city. They provide absolutely crucial passive heating and cooling, which drastically slashes energy costs. Plus, they excel at stormwater management, absorbing that heavy runoff that normally floods our city streets. Throw in spaces for urban agriculture and vital new microhabitats that support local biodiversity and urban beekeeping, it's a total game changer. Now, you don't need some multi-million-dollar construction budget to prove all these concepts. To actually see the science in action, we are turning to that complete cinematic experimental video I mentioned earlier, featuring a green roof demonstration model presented by Dr. Kem. Let's look at exactly how Dr. Kem breaks down these pretty heavy civic engineering concepts into highly visual, super accessible, hands-on tests.
In Dr. Kem's amazing demonstration, he kicks things off with a simple soil percolation experiment to test runoff collection. By just cutting open a liter bottle and testing different substrates like pebbles, sand, and dirt, he times the water trickle. It's such a visually striking way to prove exactly which material acts as the best sponge, perfectly mimicking how a real green roof prevents street flooding during a massive storm. Want to take it a step further and test the insulation properties? Dr. Kem's cinematic video actually showcases a beautifully engineered conceptual model using just basic recycled materials. With nothing more than cardboard boxes, plastic yogurt pots, cotton wool, crust seeds, a standard heat lamp, and a digital thermometer probe, he constructs this highly accurate miniature urban testing site right there. Guys, this is literally the scientific method brought to life. Dr. Kem assembles the cardboard buildings, inserts the probes, and plants the crust seeds to act as the living roof. Once they've sprouted, he applies the intense heat lamp. Comparing the internal temperature of the standard cardboard roof against his living green roof model provides this dramatic, undeniable measurement of the exact temperature drop created by the vegetation. It's wild to see. And Dr. Kem's model brings us to a super powerful realization, beautifully captured in the literature. Green roofs can provide not only aesthetic benefits, but can also help to combat environmental problems we face, such as climate change. It's true. Whether you are a structural engineer planning a massive high-rise or a student replicating Dr. Kem's brilliant model, you are actively learning how to engineer a cooler planet. The blueprints are out there, the science is totally proven, and the tools, well, they're right in front of us. So the next time you step outside, I want you to take a moment and just look up at that vast gray concrete skyline. Look at all that empty potential and ask yourself, where are you going to plant your first roof? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.